So let's get into Craigslist, because I think this is a huge one and a lot of people downplay it or just ignore it. And I want to spend the rest of the time in this episode talking about Craigslist and how to best use it to get motivated seller leads online. So despite what you might think, motivated sellers are searching Craigslist, so it's very easy to get in front of them. Sometimes they're looking for a place to rent. Other times they're considering putting their house up for sale, and they might want to post an ad or something on Craigslist. So that's why they're there. And it's easy to post ads on Craigslist, but with that ease comes competition. So if you go to your local Craigslist website, you're going to notice a lot of other investors usually. And if you don't, awesome. That's really awesome if you don't see a bunch of other investors. But typically in the bigger cities, you're going to see a lot of other investor posts on Craigslist. But you can beat them by being more consistent, meaning posting daily always. Basically just an educated guesstimate. But I seriously think that maybe just 0.1% of investors that have posted on Craigslist have done it consistently. I mean, I honestly have not. And, and so that's the thing. You might see those posts on there, and typically it's just different people all the time. And if you're somebody that's doing it consistently, you're going to have a much better chance of getting those leads from Craigslist. And people do get leads from Craigslist all the time. And don't think that's just a random thing that happens from time to time. You might even see tons of ads on there and think, like, how the heck is somebody going to go to my ad and contact me instead of all these other people? Truth is, you should let your competition think that way and not you. Being consistent here. So I know somebody in San Antonio that posted a Craigslist ad and landed their first deal that ended up netting them $100,000 in profit. Yeah, it's crazy. I was kicking myself. I was like, man, I wish I had my ads up on Craigslist so I could have done that. But posting free ads consistently all the time on Craigslist, you have the possibility of doing the same. So the first thing is to say, I don't know what my ad should say. And, this really kind of boils down to knowing the target audience. You've got to know motivated sellers and what makes them motivated. So your ad's headline should draw attention, speak to people that would want to sell their house fast because of a specific situation. And this is as it is in all direct mail and other mail and other sort of ads. But here, it's best to try and put yourself in the shoes of the people that are in situations that would motivate them to want to get rid of a house quickly. You want to word your ads, and your website for that matter, in a way as to join the conversation they're already having in their heads. And so this is, I've heard marketers, direct mail marketers talk about this before, where it's sort of like you got to consider, the pillow talk, like at night when they're laying in bed with their spouse and they've got this issue that's in their mind, this problem, the situation they're facing that they're thinking about, and then they turn and talk to their spouse. What do they say? What are the words they use? That's the kind of thing that is gold. You have to have that. If you have that so that you're speaking their language and you are joining the conversation they're already having, they're going to pay attention to your ad over the other people's ads. So it's huge. Try to spend some time thinking about this. And some situations that we mostly deal with when we're buying houses are things like foreclosure looming. So you come to the realization that you've waited too long to do anything about it. So that's one of them. Another one would be like nasty divorce that can't be over with soon enough. Another one is death of a relative that leaves you a house you don't need or want to deal with. Another one would be tenants that are ruining your life. That's a pretty common one. Your house is too big and you want to downsize. So that's a common one too. How about you've bought another house, you need to sell your old one fast. That happens a lot too. They need to be able to get their debt to income ratio down or something like that. Another one is you waited too long to fix your house and now it's overwhelming and you can't afford to fix it. That's a very common one as well. So it just needs a ton of repairs and you're feeling like, man, I don't know if I can sell this the normal way through a realtor. I'm going to post an ad on Craigslist, that kind of thing. So if you focus on writing those ads that target motivated sellers in these situations and present yourself as a problem solver for those people, that you understand where they're coming from because you're speaking their language, you'll grab their attention even amongst all the clutter of the other real estate investor ads. So it's huge. This is powerful. And while you should have some general we buy houses type ads, you should also include those situation type based ads so that you can stand out from the crowd. All right, so one simple
example ad for it would be for like inheriting a house. So you can have the title be inherit a house, ? Not sure what to do with it, ? We can help. We pay cash for houses. And then the ad could say, many people inherit houses that they have no need for. It's tempting to want to hold on to a house because of the memories, but sooner or later, the cost and time involved in maintaining the house takes its toll. If you're considering your options, why not get a no obligation cash offer from us to buy your house as is? That means we will buy it with cash so that there are no formal inspections, appraisals, or real estate agent commissions. And you can sell it without making a single repair. The process is simple. Visit our website and then you have your website. Fill out the fast cash offer form or give us a call, and then you have your phone number. We schedule a time that's convenient for you to show us the house. And then we see the house and make you an offer. There's no obligations. You can get an offer without paying a fee or committing to anything. Visit our website now to find out more and fill out the fast cash offer form, and then you have your website. So that's a great simple ads to the point, shows them the benefit and shows them the process is simple. You definitely want to include some images. So if you include an image of yourself for one thing, because I think a lot of people think, well, Craigslist ads, can be posted by anybody, so who's who? Who knows who's posting this ad? But have a picture of yourself. Include some credible information about your business, if you've been in business for a while, if you're BBB accredited. All serious real estate investors need to be BBB accredited. If you haven't done that, you should definitely do it. Include that on your website. Include that in your ads and on your marketing. So include some images. Many motivated sellers checking Craigslist are viewing those listings in Craigslist as thumbnails. So if you have an image, that'll show up and catch your attention versus just having that peace sign that shows up if you don't have an image on your ad. And you can quickly create images that have text over them, where you can put your website and some, like We Buy Houses or something. You can create those images very, very quickly and for free at canva.com. That's canva.com. If you go to canva.com, you can create those images. It's very cool. You can set the background and then use a template for the text that overlays it. Just drag it on there and click and type whatever message you want to have on there. So if you're curious, another ad I guess we could just talk about is a simple We Buy Houses type ad. So you could title it We Will Buy House, We Buy Houses in San Antonio and Pay Cash. And then your ad copy could be, you read that correctly. We don't care about location, repairs, or situation. We'll make you a no obligation cash offer to buy your house. Can you relate to any of these situations? And then you could have listing of situations that they might be facing, like inherited a house that you don't need, nightmare tenants making your life miserable, mooching relatives living in your house without paying. That one actually comes up a lot too. That's a good one. Mooching relatives living in your house without paying. Too many repairs and no desire to fix it. Behind on payments facing foreclosure. Want to invest in a business or another house and need the cash. Never really wanted to be a landlord and just want to cash out. City complaining about repairs needed and can't afford to fix it. House too big and you want to downsize. Don't feel like paying a realtor thousands of dollars in commissions. Don't want dozens of strangers visiting your house if you put it up for sale. Or any other situation. Don't worry, we've probably encountered it. We've helped sellers through situations just like these by making a cash offer and closing on the house quickly. Imagine putting that situation and house behind you. We've been helping homeowners and then you put your city or whatever, sell their house fast without hassle for many years. And we do it professionally and ethically. And then have a link to your website and include that process again about visiting your website, filling out the fast cash offer form or giving a call and scheduling a time to see it and then making the offer. There's no obligations. Visit our website, the website again, and tell them to either fill out the fast cash offer form or give you a call. So that's a general We Buy Houses type ad. So let's get into where to post these ads, because there's several different sections within Craigslist, and I want you to have all the information that you need to best take advantage of these Craigslist ads. So you're going to want to post to Craigslist for the areas you're investing in. Be sure to include smaller towns and cities within your area, not just the main city. So that's a huge tip. I don't think a lot of people realize that a lot of the smaller towns and cities around your city also have pages without all the competition on it. So, for example, here we've got Universal City shirts, all that kind of stuff. So you want to include the small towns and other cities within your city because there's a lot less competition. So the sections that you do within those different cities and locations are going to be under services, real estate services, and then under housing, and then real estate by owner, and then housing, real estate wanted. So those 3 sections. And then, just like a pro tip here, if your ad relates to houses that need repairs, you can target people looking for tradespeople in the service section under household services, and then skilled tradespeople services sections. So if somebody's going in there to look for somebody to fix their house, and your ad pops up saying, hey, your house needs a lot of repairs. So just think about that. It's pretty cool. Your ad might get flagged, but that's just the cost of doing business, and really it's just the cost of whoever did it for you because the ads are free. So here's where people mess up. They post an ad or two and then wait. Then they wait some more, wait a little bit more, and then they forget about the post and never do anything with it again. And let me save you some time in figuring out when and how often to post ads, because you've got to do this consistently. You need a schedule, you need to figure out a plan, and then either you do it or hire somebody to do it for you, which I recommend you do. So create 5 free Craigslist accounts. You're going to need different email addresses to do that. Create 5 of them. Yeah, 5. So because they limit how many you can post, and if some of them get flagged, you don't want all your accounts taken down. So you have different accounts. So post 3 ads from each of those accounts to the different sections on Craigslist that I talked about. And that'll be a total of 15 ads posted on the first day. On the next day, so that's 5 accounts, 3 ads, 15 ads posted on that first day, 3 in each account. On the next day, duplicate and slightly modify all those ads with different headlines, change up the text a little bit in the body, and change the pictures, then post those modified ads. Now you've got 30 ads posted over the 2 days. Now on the next day after that, you should be able to log into your account and renew the first day's ads to keep them fresh and at the top of the list so that people see them more. It's been a while since I've done that, so I'm not sure how quickly you can renew. But if you in your accounts, they have a button in there when you look at your ads to renew them, so you don't have to keep recreating them over time. So that's pretty cool. So set up a plan for that. And the reason you want to continuously post ads is so that the newest ones obviously show up in the top sections. If you're in a city with a lot of people posting, your ads aren't going to be visible for very long on the first page. And now the best times to have those ads posted are when people are typically looking at Craigslist, so that they were just posted, they're at the top. Most people post first thing in the morning, but that's not really when people are looking the most. I recommend posting sometime around employee break times, such as like 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., or evenings around 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., or on weekends. So that's usually lunchtime or in the evening or on weekends. So it may seem daunting, but after you create your initial ads, it's just a matter of reposting them, really. You can hire that out pretty cheap. It's not rocket science. It's more of making a plan and sticking to it, creating those ads, and just keep posting them. And, it could be 2 months before you see any kind of great leads coming in, but it only takes 1 lead, remember. Even if you might not get any leads, all of a sudden you get 1 lead, and it's like something that generates, $100,000 in profits is crazy. So it's just definitely worth it. So outsourcing the posting of the ads are going to ensure that you get them done consistently if you choose to do that. And that's what matters, is just getting it done consistently. Posting once, twice, 3 times, not enough. Once your ads are up on Craigslist and you're consistently doing it, you can copy and paste all of those ads into Backpage.com, which is a site that's virtually identical to Craigslist. Not nearly as much traffic. Some places might have more traffic there than others, but just have the person that's posting those all the time for you post them also on Backpage.com. So also, you'll most likely have some of your ads in Craigslist get flagged, and I mentioned this briefly earlier. It's usually from your competition. And what they're trying to do is shut down your ads because you are competition, so they mark them as flagged. That's why you want to have several accounts, and you want to keep posting ads consistently so they won't be able to shut you down completely. Just outlast them, because it does take work also to go around trying to flag people's posts. So if it happens once, don't think it's going to happen all the time. And also consider that Craigslist ads really, shouldn't just be used for buying houses. You can also use them to build your buyer's list. So even if you're not a wholesaler per se, you should always be building a buyer's list, because you're going to come across leads and potential deals that don't fit your criteria that you can then sell to other investors. And so, one way to make that easy, we Lead Propeller websites, we have wholesaling templates, we have wholesaling websites that you can get so you can build buyer's list and also list your wholesale deals on them. And then we have that automation with texting, that texting you as soon as somebody submits information to it, and having an auto response text being sent to the people that submitted the information. So it pretty much automates a lot of that for you, makes it real easy. So you kind of set it up and let people see your ads on Craigslist, drive traffic to that site so that they can submit their information. You can grow your buyer's list a lot faster. And if you post your deals that you have, so if you have deals like wholesale deals on Craigslist, include mentions of your website or image with the website on it to tell people they can find more of those deals and sign up to be notified of new ones as soon as they are made available by visiting your website. You've got to give them a call to action, a reason to go and visit the website. That's enticing, and that's a good way to do it. So you can just have your Lead Propeller website, wholesale website, collect their contact information and information about what they're looking for, what they want to buy, and that's going to save you tons of time and hassle, because it basically automates it, so you don't have to take calls, ask them all these questions. Just let your website do it. I mean, that's what they're for. It's nice to be able to have all that stuff come in without you having to stop what you're doing, because you have a lot of other stuff to focus on, getting out there, making offers, getting these deals, rehabbing these houses, all that kind of stuff. So let the website do all the work for you. Okay, so the next section was going to be pay-per-click. I was going to try to include that in this one, but I didn't want to feel like I was going to, have to pack it in and make it quick. And so I decided to split that off into the next episode for the podcast. So I intended to talk about PPC in this one, but we're going to do it in the next one. So be sure to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes and listen to the next episode to learn all about using pay-per-click, which are AdWords, Bing ads, and so on for real estate investor online lead generation. It's just awesome. I love pay-per-click. There's a lot of competition, but there's a reason why there's a lot of competition, because it works. And we'll talk more about that and let you know about Lead Propeller's managed pay-per-click services during the next podcast episodes. Please leave a rating and review on iTunes if you're able. I greatly appreciate that, and be sure to, if you feel like I'm not covering something in each of these sections that you wanted to hear about or wanted to get more detail on, please go to facebook.com/flippingjunkie. That's JUNKIE, and just leave your messages there, and let me know about them so I can try to cover everything you want to find out about. So the next podcast we'll be talking about the pay-per-click stuff, AdWords, Bing ads, and then the next one after that will be about SEO, content marketing, so on and so forth. So you guys have a great week. Thank you so much for listening to Flipping Junkie Podcast. Really do appreciate it, and talk to you later.